Greetings, fans, to this edition of the Gridiron Show, joined by assistant coach Shawn Henry, who's going to be talking about this weekend's game. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Dickinson State coming up, big game, first conference game, on the road, battle against the league favorite. Are you guys excited about strapping it on and going after the league favorite?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's a huge thing to get in a contest against a team like this. You know, they're really good defensively, offensively, special teams. They do a lot of things well. So it's going to be a good time to get out there. You know, the guys get a chance to go against some great competition like that, and you know, kind of see where we're at. You know, I know last year had an opportunity and we beat them. You know, they were ranked the same as they are this year. So, you know, we feel pretty confident about it. Feel good about our game plan going in, offensively, defensively. So, you know, really looking forward to it.
Let's take a look back at the Wisconsin River Falls game. You guys had a week off to rest up some injuries and fine-tune things. Came out first half, the speed offense of Wisconsin seemed to kind of take your defense out of rhythm just a little bit, and you guys were out there a long time. It seemed like maybe you guys got a little exhausted too playing against it.
Well, the biggest thing is you got to get off the field on third down. We didn't do a great job of that, you know, and we let them extend the drive a couple different times on, you know, third and long situations. I mean, if you don't get off the ball on third down, it's tough. It's real tough to win, you know, to stop the drive there. So, you know, they extended it, and then they went down and they scored, and, you know, and we got on the sideline and talked to the defense, hey, you know, if we don't get off the field on third down, it's going to be tough for us to continue. So,
obviously, the second half, I don't know if it was so much of adjustments or just the team really seemed to find its rhythm on both sides of the ball. How nice was that to see, one, offensively, the offensive line seemed to be opening some nice holes, the ground game seemed to gain momentum, and that made it easier on the defense because you guys weren't on the field as much.
Yeah, I mean, that, you know, that was huge to get into a rhythm, be able to run the ball. I mean, that was something that we struggled with, you know, start season, and the offensive line kind of found their groove, you know, and started opening holes up, and we were able to push the ball down the field and do a great job of that. Defensively, obviously, like I said, we made changes and fixed some couple issues that we had on the field, and obviously we were able to get after them and do some good things. So it was good to get in that rhythm and really start, you know, doing the things that we've been preaching all week and getting after them, you know.
A team like Wisconsin River Falls, I mean, that's a good team. That's a quality team that could be very competitive in our conference. Experienced quarterback, two very good running backs. How much does having that kind of game where you had to fight, you get a victory and comeback style, give you momentum going into conference?
It gives us a lot of confidence, I think, you know, that we can be in a game with a team like that competes really well. It was really tough. You know, they came after us, you know, they hit us hard, and they did some good things, you know, but being able to do that against a team like that's huge, you know, because now that gives us a lot of confidence going into another team that's similar, you know, and it's tough. And a good NAIA team, obviously, in the playoffs every year, won the conference the last 4 years. So, you know, we know what we're up against, and we know the team we just played, it was tough. So that's a lot of confidence going forward, and it's huge for us.
The team, Dickinson State, that you're facing this week, a lot like Wisconsin River Falls, balanced, pretty even run and pass. They've got a veteran running back who's gobbling up yards. They got a 4-year starter at quarterback who obviously is very talented. How do you prepare for a team like Dickinson State?
You know, I mean, there's a lot of film study that goes into it, and trying to find you know, their kinks or something that they have that we can take advantage of. And you know, it's tough against a team like that, you know, because they don't leave a lot out there for you to pick on. You know, again, you know, 4-year starter at quarterback, and you know, a senior running back, Mahdi. I mean, he's good, and once he gets that, you know, foot in the ground and gets vertical, he's tough. You know, so if we can keep him east and west, you know, we're good. North and south, you know, we don't want to have him do that too often, right? You know, and I think we'll do well against their run game up front. You know, defensive line wise, I think we'll be all right against them, and obviously we're going to get after the quarterback. You know, last year that's what we did. you know, and he struggled. We did that, and we seen in the first 2 games of the year when he got pressured, it was the same type of situation. So, you know, we're going to pressure him, we're going to go after him, and I think that'll be huge for us.
Last year's game, 2 evenly matched teams. When Dickinson came here, it almost seemed like the team that wanted it more and gutted it out and got the win. Do you see that being the same kind of game up there this week?
No doubt. I mean, it's going to be, weather-wise, it's going to play a factor for sure. It's going to be rainy and cold and windy. But the thing is, you know, it's the same for both teams, you know. So I think really what it comes down to, again, is who wants it more at that point. You know, the team that's going to be better defensively, the team that's going to, you know, run the ball the best and hold the ball, control the ball, you know. I think that's going to be a really important part to the game, is who limits the amount of turnovers they have because of the weather. So,
offensively, it's not your forte, but you spend all week going against the offense. So is there anybody offensively that's going to have to step up to have a big game and have success for this team?
I mean, I think really, you know, for us, the O-line and the run game has to be huge, you know, especially in that type of weather, you know. Being able to run the ball will be big, and I think, you know, if they step up and can do that, I mean, that's going to be great for us. You know, I think they will, and so, you know, I don't think we're worried too much about that. It's just a matter of, you know, finding those holes and hitting those creases and getting the yards we need and in the big situations, you know, and then just controlling the ball. So.
Defensively, the first couple games, a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers. Didn't see that as much against Wisconsin, but what we did see was the defensive line and linebackers causing a lot of havoc, and the secondary was really doing a great job kind of creating havoc and not leaving men open. How do you see the defense stacking up, and what will be key?
You know, I think our defense stacks up well against them. I think we're going to do a really good job up front. You know, I think their O-line has some spots where we can attack and do some great things, just like we did against River Falls, and I think that we will. I think that we're going to stack up well there. You know, in the back end, I mean, Coach Chappa's got the DBs playing great. You know, I mean, it's awesome to have something like that, you know, this year, being able to trust in that and know what we're going to get, and we've had some great production out of them. And so I think we're going to match up well against their receivers with them and what we do scheme-wise. I mean, I don't see anything where we feel uncomfortable about something that they're doing.
We won't make you make any predictions or anything, but how do you think things go when you go up to North Dakota?
You know, I don't like to predict things because I always say if you make a prediction and it's wrong, then you kind of feel bad about it, right? And it makes you look bad, right? And I think we're going to go up there and compete well. I really do. I think we're going to show them, you know, that last year wasn't a fluke. I can guarantee that. And I think we're going to show them we're a tough team, and we're going to bring it to them.
Fans, want to remind you the game, 1 o'clock kickoff up in Dickinson. So get online, watch the game. It'll be broadcast on the internet. I want to remind you fans also, the team will be back home on October 5th, a week from Saturday, hosting Valley City State. You guys got a rough schedule. You get the two co-favorites along with you guys twice this season, so it makes it very interesting. But
I think we're ready for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, the team that wins the conference definitely will have earned it this year.
You bet, no doubt.
Appreciate your time, Coach. I'll let you get back to work and get ready for that long bus trip. I know that's got to be a lot of fun, too.
10.5 hours, it'll be fun.
Remind your fans, watch the game online, and then be here at Bolstorff Field on October 5th to cheer your team on. Hopefully, by that point, 1-0 in conference, we hope.
You bet. Let's hope so.
Go Warriors.